I'm Michael Price. I'm a lifelong resident of St. Matthews, and I'm here to introduce you to the three candidates for St. Matthews City Council who are on the ballot this November 7th. We all have the right to vote, but we also have a responsibility to make informed choices in elections. Our effort is to let you hear from each of the three candidates regarding their motivation, their priorities, their plans, and their qualifications. Each of the candidates will answer these four questions. What are the most pressing issues for St. Matthews? How do you see St. Matthews evolving over the next 10 years or the next 50 years? What do you hope to accomplish as a council member? Why are you the most qualified candidate? Our candidates, in the order in which they appear on the ballot, are Jackie Vanetti, John Blim, Cathi Clark. What are the most pressing issues for St. Matthews?
The most pressing issue for me, for St. Matthews, is really understanding the community and the zoning. Right now, I am trying to understand and am concerned about a new proposed multifamily building at the corner of Westport Road and Ridgeway. Along with that, I think I have some other issues and concerns in regards to drainage, parking, and traffic with that new multifamily. I am not opposed to progress. I really just would like to see in that piece of property something that fits on that piece of property that is fitting for it. I would say that we've done a really good job in collaboration with the city of Louisville, and of course our fire. We love all of that group because they take care of us every day. But I would like to understand more in detail what issues that there are there and how we can work together for better collaboration and success to make sure that our St. Matthews residents are safe.
My family and I have enjoyed meeting and talking with voters as we canvass neighborhoods in St. Matthews. The number one request is make St. Matthews more walkable. Residents want sections of sidewalks that end abruptly to be extended and connected, and they want sidewalks added to busy streets where pedestrians don't feel safe. Voters are also concerned about green space. Residents worry about potential overbuilding, especially in areas already facing heavy traffic. In addition, we need continued diligence on draining issues. Some neighborhoods are affected by storm water runoff. The city has a good system in place to study and respond to those trouble spots.
What I've seen over the past few years, we get a lot of people coming to council and they talk about the safety of being able to cross streets. We need better crosswalks and we need more sidewalks. We are currently working on that. Also parking. Parking is a major issue, I think, in St. Matthews. We are confined to a small area. And living spaces. I get a lot of calls, people wanting to know living spaces as far as houses, rentals, places to live. A lot of people want to come live in this community. There's a lot here for them, but they just don't have the places. So that's an area I don't know what we can do to improve, but we're constantly looking for solutions. And then I'm a huge proponent of our parks. I want to make sure that we keep our parks beautiful and user friendly. Very proud of our parks.
How do you see St. Matthews evolving over the next 10 years, the next 50 years?
I want to keep St. Matthews family oriented. At least that's been my experience. I do realize that, my circle and what I've been involved in St. Matthews over the last 23 years as a resident could be different for others that live in St. Matthews. So I think the first thing to understand, I'm a learner and a listener by nature. So I think it's important to go back and look at the way things have been. I think we learn from history, whether that's good history or bad history. So I think looking ahead at 10 or 50 years, we have to understand where we've been, what's worked, and what we want our community to look like. I know that there are several committees in the St. Matthews City Council, and I know that several of them focus on putting a program together or plan together and understanding how that propels us into the future and what we need in order to grow and be successful in the future.
I expect St. Matthews will continue to be a major commerce, retail, and entertainment hub. In Jefferson County is a huge asset. I would like a long-range plan that could make St. Matthews, for lack of a better term, more of a destination. Perhaps a more cohesive look or theme could help feed our business growth, attract more diners and shoppers, and be a point of pride. And if I can go back to that last question, walkability is a key to all of this, stepping into a healthier future for St. Matthews. Parking improvements would be a vital component of this plan too. Our city parks are key to being a vibrant, healthy community, and I would expect focus on the beautification and expansion of our parks. And I put safety at the forefront of conversations. Keeping St. Matthews' reputation as a safe place to live and work is essential. Staffing, equipment, and technology upgrades will continue to play a huge role as we prevent crime. In a nutshell, we must keep our business community viable, our neighborhoods safe, and our city beautiful.
This was a great question because I'm really excited. We are getting ready to start a strategic planning program where that's exactly what we're going to talk about, is to have it laid out, what could be coming in the future. Things we'll look at are trying to make St. Matthews, I'd like to see it more of a tourist destination where people can come, park a car, walk around the community and visit restaurants, visit our businesses. We've got a lot of local businesses that I would like to see more people come to, St. Matthews residents and out of town people. Also, I did not know this. We used to have a trolley system in St. Matthews that would take people through Massey, through the main roads on Shelbyville Road, and just like a daily trolley. And I would kind of like to see that come back into play.
What do you hope to accomplish as a council member?
I love being a part of my community. I spent a lot of time when my kids were in grade school, coaching and being a part of their community, whether it was a field hockey coach or a book bee coach or quick recall. So as a council member, I hope to give back to a community that's been really good to me. We have loved the parks and of course the restaurants and the walking and all of the things that St. Matthews offers. So I hope to be a good resident and give back to them the same way that they've given to my family over the last 23 years. And of course, again, I sound like a broken record when I say this. I want to leave a place that I found better than when I found it.
Number one is to represent voters in their interest. Collaboration is key, and I have a long history of doing that well. Number two is to contribute to short-term and long-range plans to keep our city flourishing. And number three is to do my homework on each proposal and keep my promise to represent fairly and in the interest of those who call St. Matthews home. I've been sitting in on city council meetings, and if you haven't done it, I invite you to do so. It gives me a feel of what residents are bringing to the microphone and what issues are on the agenda every 2 weeks. And it reaffirms my interest in and commitment to serve.
I want to keep St. Matthews beautiful. I think we have one of the best small cities in Louisville. I'm currently on the Parks Committee and the Insurance Committee. Again, parks are a huge thing for me. I want those to be a destination for people to be able to bring their families. We've done some huge improvements to Brown Park, putting in bathrooms, improving the playground, and we're currently in the middle of a multi-phase improvement over at Warwick Place. So that's a huge goal for me, is to keep our parks up and going. But I also do put a lot into the Insurance Committee. I want to make sure that we keep all of our employees well insured, feel like they have good health coverage. I work in the world of pharmacy, so I have a lot of background knowledge on this. I want to be able to offer some good benefits, but keep costs low for the taxpayers.
Why are you the most qualified candidate?
So the reason why I think I'm the most qualified candidate is because I am a learner and a listener. And I believe all things that become successful start with listening. And listening means understanding, and really listening to understand what a person is telling you, what they need for you to do, and how they need for you to react. And again, I only really know my experience in St. Matthews over the last 23 years as a resident, which has been very, very positive. I realize that there are others out there that need for me to listen to them and listen to how they have either really enjoyed St. Matthews or the changes that they would like to see in St. Matthews. And so that's why I think that I would be a great council member for St. Matthews.
It's my first time running for political office, which can be an asset. I bring perspective, and I'm eager to serve the city our family loves. My long history with the WHAS Crusade for Children provides a useful skill set. Case in point, at a recent city council meeting, the process for handing out public grant money was discussed. Members agreed it needs more clarification, demands more accountability and transparency from those asking for taxpayer money. My experience with a 501c3 nonprofit sets me up to help craft a more comprehensive plan to ensure taxpayer funds are being awarded and used most efficiently. I don't pretend to have all the answers, but I pledge to be open and honest, to listen and digest before reacting, and to have our neighbors and neighborhoods front and center when I cast a vote. When my wife and I moved to Kentucky nearly 30 years ago, we searched across the metro area for a place to call home. We chose St. Matthews and have never looked back. It's a wonderful place to raise our kids, meet friends, shop, worship, and entertain. I invite you to reach out with questions and ask my co-workers and many volunteers involved with the WHAS Crusade for Children for any character references you might need. I thank you for your time, your interest, and would appreciate your vote.
I've lived in this community for 27 years. I think I know it very well. I've seen lots of changes over the years. What got me into running for city council 3 times ago was the Taffel Motors project on Shelbyville Road. That was going to be 110 feet from my house. They were trying to put, I think it was 8 stories, and the builders were not doing, or the developers were not doing 3D renderings. And I took it very personal. And so I ended up creating these 3D renderings and getting very involved in that project. And in going to a lot of the city council meetings, I learned I did not know as much about my city as I wanted to know. That was one reason I ran, but I found out after I got on city council the first time that I did have a lot to offer, because I do come from the pharmacy background. I come from business. I understand business. I do a lot of contracting. So I feel like I've been supportive and could add a lot of things to council.
Thanks to each of our candidates for participating, and thank you for watching. Remember to vote on November the 7th.